Hello and welcome to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach, and today we're talking about caffeine. Is it good? Is it bad for your health? So if you're excited for today's video, give it a big huge thumbs up. And if you're new or you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love to have you here. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell right next to it so you never miss a single video. Down in the description box, you will find nutrition coaching. I do offer personalized to you macros and calories, highly recommend, as well as one-on-one coaching if you want to chat with me directly. Links, discounts to all my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's jump into discussing whether or not you should be consuming caffeine. Each day, billions of people, myself included, rely on caffeine to get up and get going and start their day. It's one of the most used natural stimulants in the entire world. Some people say caffeine is bad for you because it causes anxiety and lack of sleep, and other people rave about caffeine's health benefits. So today we're going to talk about the good and the bad when it comes to caffeine. So what is caffeine? It is a natural stimulant found in things like coffee, the cacao plant, and in teas. It works by stimulating the brain and the nervous system, and this is what actually helps you stay awake and alert. Back in 2737 BC, they were consuming caffeine. That's a long time ago. Caffeinated soft drinks hit the market in about the 1800s and have been consumed regularly ever since. Nowadays, 80% of the population consumes caffeine on a daily basis, and sometimes more than once per day. So how caffeine works is once it's consumed, it's quickly absorbed from your stomach or your gut into your bloodstream. And this is what gives you that alertness and that bit of energy. From there, it travels to your liver and it's broken down into compounds that affect various organs in the body. It blocks the effects of endocrine, which makes you feel sleepy and tired. So it triggers your brain to be alert and awake. It helps you stay awake by connecting your brain cells that function whether or not you feel tired or awake. It can also increase your blood levels for dopamine, which is one of the other natural hormones that makes you feel energy. It tends to exert its effects rather quickly, but it fades as time goes out throughout the day. And that's why some people will have caffeine in the morning, midday, and even in the evening. So what are some of the common foods and drinks that contain caffeine? So whether you're wanting to consume caffeine or not, these are the food or drinks that contain your levels of caffeine. I will go ahead and put the milligrams of caffeine on the screen here for each of these beverages. First, we're going to start with espresso. As you know, coffee is going to have natural caffeine. Now, regular cup of coffee, all of this is in an 8-ounce format. Yerba mate also contains caffeine, as well as the everyday consumed energy drink is generally loaded with caffeine as well. Brewed tea, whether it's black or green tea, and soft drinks actually include caffeine. There's a little bit of caffeine in decaffeinated coffee, believe it or not. Any type of cocoa-related beverage such as hot chocolate or chocolate milk also contains caffeine, because remember, caffeine can come from cocoa. Some foods also contain caffeine. 1 ounce or 28 grams of milk chocolate contains between 1 and 15 milligrams of caffeine, and 28 grams or 1 ounce of dark chocolate has between 5 and 35 milligrams of caffeine. You can also find some prescription over-the-counter medications that will contain caffeine, especially things that are slated for colds, allergy, and pain medication, as well as any type of weight loss supplement. So what are some perks or benefits of consuming caffeine? Number one, first and foremost, it may improve your mood and your brain function. Caffeine, again, has the ability to block the brain signaling molecule adeline. I'll go ahead and put that here on the screen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There have been quite a few studies done on relation to caffeine and improving brain function. One study shows that individuals who ingested 375 to 450 milligrams of caffeine had improved alertness, short-term recall, and energy. Another study shows that drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee per day can lower your risk of suicide by 45%. Also, another study shows that 13% lower rate of depression in those that consumed caffeine. When it comes to mood, there isn't a lot of studies that show that caffeine improves your mood, but when we feel awake and alert, our mood is kind of automatically improved. They also say that by drinking 3 cups of coffee or more, as well as 3 cups of tea or more, has been shown to reduce brain diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So there are a lot of health benefits when it comes to drinking caffeine. Caffeine may also boost your metabolism, as well as be an added benefit of fat burning. Because of its ability to stimulate the central nervous system, caffeine can really help burn extra fat and boost your metabolism. It has been shown that it can boost your metabolism up to 13% and your fat depletion of up to 13%. So basically, consuming 300 milligrams of caffeine per day has been shown to lead to burning an extra 79 calories in the day. This amount might seem small, but did you know that the average American gains 2.2 pounds over the course of the year? So by drinking this coffee and saving 79 calories per day, you can eliminate that 2.2 weight gain that's bound to happen over the course of the year. Also, studies show that those who consume caffeine weigh on average 0.8 to 1.1% less than individuals who do not consume caffeine. It also may enhance your exercise performance. This is why people have pre-workouts and energy drinks prior to working out. We use caffeine as fuel when we're exercising. It helps the glucose stored in your muscles last longer, gives you that extra burst of energy, and potentially delays the time in which your muscles reach exhaustion. Studies show by consuming 5% caffeine up to 1 hour before working out can increase your overall performance when it comes to exercise. Also can increase your exertion time up to 5.6%, which makes your exercise, can make your workouts actually feel a little bit easier. And who doesn't want our workout to feel a little bit easier? It's also been shown that it may protect against heart disease as well as diabetes. Despite what you may have heard, caffeine does not raise your risk of heart disease. In fact, it shows that 16 to 18% lower risk of heart disease in men and women who took or drank caffeine on a regular basis. Evidence shows that a 16 to 18% lower risk of heart disease in men and women who consume 1 to 4 cups of coffee per day, basically consuming 100 to 400 milligrams of caffeine. Other studies show that consuming 2 to 4 cups of coffee or green tea is linked to a 14 or 20% lower risk of suffering from a stroke. It may raise blood pressure slightly in individuals, so if you struggle with elevated blood pressure or that's a concern to you, just make sure that you talk with your doctor before consuming caffeine. One other aspect of health-related issues that caffeine has been known to decrease is your risk of diabetes. People who consume coffee have up to a 29% lower risk of having diabetes. Interestingly enough, consuming decaffeinated coffee also shows to have a 21% reduced chance of having diabetes. So there are several health benefits that come along with caffeine. So let's chat about some of those other health benefits other than things that are related to diseases, blood support, brain function. There are a lot of other health benefits. Liver protection is benefit number 1. Coffee can reduce cirrhosis of the liver by up to 82%. It also slows the progression, improves the treatment response, and lowers the risk of premature death. It also helps with longevity, decreasing the chance of premature death to as much as 30%. It also contributes to a decreased cancer risk. By drinking 2 to 4 cups of coffee per day, reduce your liver cancer risk up to 64%. It's also fantastic for your skin. Consuming up to 4 cups of coffee per day can lower your chance of getting skin cancer by up to 20%. You have a reduced MS risk of up to 30% by consuming coffee. It also helps with gout prevention. Drinking roughly 4 cups of coffee per day can reduce your risk of getting gout by 40% for women and 57% for men. And lastly, caffeine is good for your gut health. Consuming 3 cups of coffee for 3 weeks has been shown to increase the good gut bacteria significantly. So now that we've talked all about the health benefits and all of the good things about caffeine, let's talk a little bit about some of the issues or side effects of consuming caffeine. Caffeine consumption is generally safe. It can become habit forming. Some side effects that individuals can experience from caffeine are things like anxiety, restlessness, tremors, irregular heartbeat, and trouble sleeping. Too much caffeine can also promote headaches, migraines, and high blood pressure in some individuals. And caffeine consumption in overabundance can easily cross over into the placenta in pregnant women, which increases the risk of miscarriage as well as low birth rate. Caffeine can also interact with some medications, so it's important to discuss with your doctor if you are consuming caffeine along with prescribed medication. So what's the recommended or safe amount of caffeine that we should be consuming every day? Per the USDA and the EFSA, the European Food and Safety Administration, a daily intake of 400 milligrams of caffeine is considered safe. This is roughly 2 to 4 cups of coffee. Said fatal overdoses have been reported at 500 milligrams of caffeine. Therefore, it's recommended per dose of caffeine to limit that at 200 milligrams. So per cup of coffee, per latte, per energy drink, stick around the 200 milligram amount per drink. Pregnant women should also limit their daily consumption to that 200 milligrams. So what's the bottom line when it comes to caffeine? Is it good or is it bad? Caffeine isn't unhealthy as it was once believed to be. In fact, evidence shows to be just the opposite. It is safe to consume daily. There are a lot of benefits relating to caffeine, but if you struggle with any type of caffeine related illness or you take medication that could be affected by caffeine, make sure you consult your physician. But overall, caffeine is good. It's good for your body. It's good for your soul. It's good for your mood. It's good for exercise. And overall, it's good for daily consumption. So if you enjoyed today's video and you're super happy that caffeine is actually good for you, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new or you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love to have you here. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell right next to it so you never miss a single video. Down in the description box, you will find nutrition coaching as well as links and discounts to all of my favorite healthy things. Thank you so much for watching. I do upload every Tuesday and Thursday, so I'll see you next time. Bye.